In this video, I'm going to talk you through why I decided to have my colours done. In other words, a seasonal colour analysis, what I got out of it and why I think it might be a fun thing for you to do too. Now, just to say at the outset, this video is not sponsored by anybody. I'm not being paid to do it. I don't have any affiliate links. I don't have any discount codes for you. It is just an experience that I wanted to share because I have so much fun and I think it's going to be so useful in my life going forward. So let's start with why I wanted to do a colour analysis. Because over 30 years ago, in the very early 90s, I had it done then. And in those days, there were just 4 seasons. Because since then, although of course there are only 4 seasons, there seems to have been more of a development and more nuances within those 4 seasons. Now, the reason I know this is because there have been a lot of videos about colour analysis on YouTube recently, and I'll link a couple of them down below for you. One in particular by my lovely friend Tina of Tina's Best Midlife. She had done online a few months ago and she really enjoyed it. The main 2 reasons why I wanted to have my colours done was, one, my recent experience of buying a very colourful jumper and not wearing it is definitely one of the reasons, because I needed to understand why I didn't want to wear it even though I thought the colour was beautiful. And the other one is that I wasn't entirely sure about my undertone, and that's because I struggled to find the right shade of foundation. And I'm sure we've all been through this. It's been so difficult, particularly as we moved online in the last 3 years, to be able to shade match ourselves, even though there are shade match finders on the web and all of that. So it was a bit of a mixture of thinking, well, maybe I'm a bit more olivey than I thought I was, and also why this jumper didn't feel right to me at all. So those were the 2 reasons. And then actually there was another reason. And the other reason was that I want to buy a dress for a wedding, which again, you may have seen me talk about, or you may have heard me talk about on my channel before. And I'm going to a wedding in December. I'm just a guest, but all my smart outfits, all my occasion wear, if you like, is black. And I just don't feel it's appropriate to wear black to a wedding. So all these things combined made me want to seek out someone to help me with my colours. And happily, at the same time I was thinking this, I watched one of my favourite YouTubers called Caroline Barnes, who's a makeup artist here in Britain, and she invited her friend Anna from the Colour Code to talk about colour analysis. And after watching Caroline's videos with Anna, I just thought I had to give Anna a go, and I'm so glad I did. So we booked a session, it's all online, and what she asks you to do in preparation is to bring some material, and they don't have to be clothes that you've got. They could be a towel, because I only had a towel in 1 or 2 of the colours. Anything really that you can hold up to your neck and face so that she can see what colours suit you best. So I booked the session with Anna. We had it a couple of weeks ago. Now, I was trying to record quite a bit of the session, but unfortunately it didn't work. But I have got the conclusion of the video, which I am going to run for you in a moment. And then you'll see what season Anna decided that I was. But before I do that, let me just show you some of the colours that I held up against my face that Anna then kind of diagnosed what my season was from these colours. So let's start with a couple of pinks. So this is the pink jumper that I held up against my skin. And then I brought this pink blouse, which actually doesn't look that pink on the screen, but I would say it's a pink, but it's looking slightly lilac-y. She asked me to bring some purple, and I only had this towel. Now, you might think that I suit all those colours or none of them or a mixture of the 2, I don't know. Because after all, it's all in the eye of the beholder. And of course, this exercise is just to guide you. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's not saying you can never wear these colours, you can never wear this, you can never wear that. It's just a guide, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guide to help me make considered and better purchases and make me feel good in the colours that I'm wearing and lift my mood. Because I don't always want to wear black all the time, or I don't always want to wear white. I do sometimes want to wear some different colours, and that's what I was seeking, and that's why I wanted to have this session with Anna. So now let me play you the final part of my session with Anna, where she will reveal my season. So Anna's been helping me to find my colour code, and my colour code is a warm winter And we've just been going through various colours that I've been holding up to my face and deciding which of them suit me best. And the warm winter really fits in with my aesthetic at home, which I'm really delighted about, because it means that I now know that what I surround myself with in terms of colours will also suit my body and suit my skin tone. And I'm really excited to be taking that forward with me as I hunt for my dress to wear to not my wedding, to the wedding that I'm going to in the winter. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I've so enjoyed working with Anna this last hour. It's been fantastic. And she's been such a help and encouragement and support in helping me to decide what colours suit me best, because it's been a two-way process. And Anna's been amazing, and yeah, I've loved every minute of it.
It's just been such a pleasure meeting you, Des, and going through this process with you, because it's so transformational understanding your colour code in terms of enhancing your skin tone, your bone structure, bringing out your beautiful eyes, making sure that the light is always focused across here. So lifting your cheekbones, keeping everything bright and light, and kind of making sure that there's very minimal shadowing here, or there's not too much red here, but everything's even and bright and kind of perfect. It's about creating that clear canvas, I guess, before you even consider putting makeup on. You want to make sure that everything's even and bright, so that you don't have to counter it with makeup if you do have too much red in your skin tone, or if you feel, you look extra tired in a certain color. We could see when we went through the draping process that certain colors were slightly too aggressive for your skin tone, whereas variants of that color just completely lifted and brightened your whole bone structure. And so I know you're going to show everyone those colors during this video, but it was really revelatory for me in terms of giving me a clear indication of the fact that, yes, you are a winter, but because you have that degree of warmth to your skin tone that you've said previously is slightly olivey, the winter cool palette was just too bright, too strong, too saturated for you. But going for the winter deep palette, which has a degree of warmth, it's a richer palette, but with a cool basis, it just gave you that beautiful brightness, and particularly the purple, which I know you're also going to discuss. And it's very, very important during this kind of process of color analysis that it is a reciprocal experience, and that your color personality and the colors that really light you up on the inside is also factored into the palette that you're given. So like you said with the pink jumper, there are certain colors that you've purchased recently and had in your wardrobe but simply don't wear because they make you feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really important when we get dressed that we factor in color as a primary consideration, because it simply will make us feel our best, our most authentic. Obviously it will make us look our best, but it also make us feel our best. So for example, the conversations we've had around choosing the outfit for your winter wedding, it's about making sure you then apply a layer of color psychology and color connection to your color code, to the range of colors I know you're going to share with everybody. I guess it's that missing link between dressing in the most impactful, authentic way, and that is color psychology, how we respond to colors that we wear and making us feel our best, basically. So yeah, it's been absolutely thrilling meeting you today, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much indeed. Now, what was so interesting to me about what she revealed to me about being a winter deep was that a lot of the colours in that palette, and you'll see it on the screen now, are colours that I surround myself with at home, which I'd never really thought about actually wearing. I mean, I did used to wear purple back in the day, but I don't think I've owned anything purple for a very long time. And I honestly didn't think about purple as a colour, or even a really deep green, actually. I just didn't think about those colours to wear, I suppose, because I've always, or certainly in the last sort of 20 years or so, gravitated to purely blacks, whites, browns and navy blues, I think. So it was just so interesting to realise that actually I do surround myself. Downstairs in my living room, I've got deep blue velvet sofas, I've got purple cushions, I've got greens, I've got all those colours, or not all, but a lot of the colours in the palette. And also what was interesting, there is that mix of warmth in it that Anna has picked up on that I felt was lacking from the colours that I had, because my skin seems to have either got warmer, or maybe it always was, but I didn't acknowledge that part of my skin tone. In fact, I know I didn't, because I used to say I don't suit gold jewellery, but actually I've gravitated towards gold jewellery in the last few years, and I think that's probably why I'm now acknowledging that I have actually got some warmth in my skin. I mean, when I think back to my mother, for example, whose skin tone was a little bit different from mine, I'd say she was a bit more olivey. She would definitely wear gold. She wouldn't really wear silver. Gold was her thing. The colour of her lipsticks were much warmer than mine. But interestingly, in this palette that I've been provided with by Anna, there are some warm tones in there. And Sandra, Salin, if you're watching this, I know you've been trying to encourage everyone to wear orange lipsticks or warmer lipsticks. Well, I might have to go for that now. I was a bit like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. But actually, I think I will now, because I feel more sort of emboldened now I've got the colour palette to help me. So I really hope that this video has been a little bit of an insight into why your seasonal colours might be helpful in your life, actually, and to make you feel good. Even at our advanced age, I think we can always learn something new about ourselves and why we feel the way we do when we wear a certain colour scheme or a different coloured lipstick. It all helps to either lift our mood or to bring us down. And so I've really enjoyed the experience of having my colours done. It's been a real treat. Now, if you want to find out about booking Anna, I'll put her details down below for you. But like I say, this post isn't sponsored by Anna, but of course she does know I'm videoing it because I asked her permission beforehand. And even if you don't use Anna, if you just even read a little bit about colour theory, and there's plenty on the internet, I do think colour theory is something interesting that I've never really considered before, how we respond to it and what we surround ourselves with and what we're drawn to. So I hope this has been helpful, and do let me know in the comments below whether you've had your colours done, whether you think about doing it. I'd be really interested in whether they actually aligned with what you had thought and whether you've taken that theory forward into your wardrobe choices. And if it has been helpful to you, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm nearly at 2,000 subscribers and I'd love to get there soon if I possibly could. So I'd be really grateful if you consider that. And I do post once a week on a Sunday, and I do videos on makeup, on skincare, on fashion and lifestyle. And if you can't get enough of me, and who can, then I have a monthly newsletter, and the link to subscribe, which is completely free, will be in the description box. And that's where I don't just talk about fashion, beauty and lifestyle, but I also talk about music, books, podcasts and other bits and bobs that make us happy. And if you'd like to watch more videos like this, I'm going to pop up a couple here now. One's about the coastal grandmother look, which we can even do here in the UK. And one is my travel capsule wardrobe. And thanks again so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.